Welcome back to Old Charles. Today we are talking about the United States quarter dollar from 1977 and why this coin still gets attention from collectors and everyday people who find it in pocket change. This quarter belongs to the Washington Quarter series, which started in 1932 to honor George Washington, and by 1977 the design was already very familiar to Americans. The front of the coin shows the profile of George Washington facing left with the words "Liberty" at the top and "In God We Trust" to the left, and the date 1977 at the bottom. The back of the coin features the heraldic eagle with spread wings holding arrows and olive branches, which symbolize strength and peace. This classic eagle reverse was used until 1998, which makes the 1977 quarter part of the traditional era before the state quarters changed everything. The metal composition of the 1977 quarter is copper nickel-clad, which means it has a pure copper core with layers of copper nickel on the outside. This change happened back in 1965 when silver was removed from circulating quarters because of rising metal prices. So unlike older silver quarters, the 1977 quarter does not contain precious metal value. Its worth is mostly based on condition errors and collector demand. The United States Mint produced this quarter in three main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint coin does not have a mint mark, while the Denver coin shows a small D mint mark on the front, and the San Francisco Mint mainly produced proof versions for collectors. The mintage numbers were very high, especially for Philadelphia and Denver, which means millions upon millions of these coins were released into circulation. This high production is one of the reasons why most 1977 quarters are still only worth face value when found in circulated condition. If you find a 1977 quarter in everyday use with scratches, wear, and dull color, it is usually worth just 25 cents. However, condition plays a huge role in coin value. If a coin has never been circulated and still has its original mint luster, sharp details, and clean surfaces, it can be worth more. Uncirculated coins graded by professional grading services can sell for a few dollars and sometimes more depending on how perfect the coin is. Collectors look closely at the hair details on Washington, the sharpness of the lettering, and the condition of the eagle feathers on the reverse. Any signs of wear reduce the value significantly. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are a different story. These coins were struck with special care using polished dies and planchets, which gives them a mirror-like background and frosted design. Proof 1977 quarters were sold in sets and not meant for circulation. If you find one, it will look very shiny with sharp details. And know where proof coins can be worth several dollars depending on condition and whether they are still in their original packaging. Another exciting area for collectors is mint errors. Error coins can be much more valuable than normal. Examples: some known errors for the 1977 quarter include off-center strikes, double die errors, clipped planchets, and weak strikes. A double die error happens when the design is accidentally stamped twice slightly off, creating a doubled appearance on letters or numbers. Off-center strikes show part of the design missing because the coin was not centered properly during striking. These errors can be worth much more than face value, sometimes reaching tens or even hundreds of dollars depending on how dramatic and clear the error is. Many people overlook quarters because they assume all modern coins are common, but careful inspection can pay off. Checking the mint mark, the condition, and any unusual features is important. Using a magnifying glass and good lighting can help spot errors and details that are easy to miss. Storing coins properly is also important. If you believe you have a valuable example, keeping it in a protective holder away from moisture and fingerprints can preserve its condition. Over time, the 1977 quarter dollar may not make you rich, but it is an important piece of American coin history. It represents the era before modern commemorative designs and reminds us of a time when coinage was simple and consistent. For collectors, it offers an affordable entry point into the hobby, and for everyday people it is a reminder that even common change can have a story and sometimes a hidden value. So next time you see a 1977 quarter, take a closer look, because you never know what small details could make it special. The history of the United States quarter dollar from 1977 is connected to a long tradition of American coinage and national identity. The quarter dollar itself was first introduced in 1796, making it one of the oldest denominations still in use. By the time 1977 arrived, the quarter had already gone through many design changes reflecting different periods in American history. The Washington quarter design was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This design quickly became popular and was later made permanent, replacing earlier designs. The portrait of Washington was created by sculptor John Flanagan and was based on a bust by Jean-Antoine Houdon, which was considered one of the most accurate likenesses of Washington. During the 1970s, the United States was going through social, economic and political changes, yet the coin designs remained stable and familiar. The 1977 quarter was struck during a time when Americans were adjusting to inflation, rising prices and changes in daily life. Coins like the quarter continued to play an important role in everyday transactions such as parking meters, vending machines and public transportation. By this time silver had already been removed from circulating coinage more than a decade earlier, so the 1977 quarter was made using a copper-nickel clad composition. This decision helped the government reduce costs and keep coins in circulation without being hoarded for metal value. The production of the 1977 quarter took place at major mint facilities including Philadelphia and Denver, which produced large quantities for circulation, while the San Francisco Mint focused on proof coins for collectors. This period was marked by very high mintages because the demand for coins was strong and the economy required large amounts of circulating currency. The design of the quarter remained unchanged, featuring the eagle reverse that had been used since the Washington quarter began. This reverse design symbolized strength, unity and peace, and it stayed in use until the late 1990s when the state quarters program was introduced. Looking back, the 1977 quarter represents the final decades of traditional quarter designs before modern commemorative programs transformed American coinage. It stands as a reminder of a simpler era when coins stayed the same for generations and were instantly recognizable to everyone from collectors. The 1977 quarter is part of a long continuous story that links early American history with modern times, showing how even a small everyday object can reflect the value, stability and continuity of a nation. The condition of a United States quarter dollar from 1977 is one of the most important factors in determining its value, and collector interest. Condition refers to how much wear and damage the coin has experienced since it left the mint. Most 1977 quarters were heavily used in everyday circulation, so finding one in high condition is less common than finding a worn example. A circulated coin usually shows clear signs of wear, such as smooth or flattened areas on George Washington hair and cheek, softer details in the lettering and a less defined eagle on the reverse. Scratches, nicks and dull color are also common, and coins in this condition are generally worth only face value. Lightly circulated coins may still show most details but will have slight wear on the highest points. These coins might have a little more appeal to collectors but still do not carry much premium unless they are very clean and attractive. Uncirculated coins are those that never entered circulation and retain their original mint luster. These coins have sharp details, bright surfaces and no wear on the high points, although they may still have small marks from the minting and handling process. Uncirculated 1977 quarters can be worth more than face value, especially if they are well preserved and free from heavy contact marks. Proof coins, which were made primarily at the San Francisco Mint, represent the highest level of condition. These coins were struck using polished dies and specially prepared blanks, resulting in deep mirror-like fields and frosted design elements. Proof quarters should show no wear at all and only minor flaws, if any. Collector grading services often evaluate coins on a scale that ranges from poor to mint state and proof grades. Higher grades mean better preservation and higher value. Proper storage plays a big role in maintaining condition. Keeping coins in protective holders away from moisture, heat and direct handling can help preserve